Hey, what is the deal, YouTube? It is Craig Harris, the black man in the green chair, and I am back with another video. Yes, this is my second one today. As I said, I'll be working the next couple days, so I just wanted to break some news. And anybody who wants to follow me on Twitter, I am at Craig Harris 456. Just come follow me on Twitter if you want to. I'm always interested in saying crazy stuff on Twitter, getting good information out for people, hopefully. Also on Patreon at Craig Harris 88 over on Patreon. I did start up something called a PayPal. That is down in the description. And so I will get to the news real quick. What's going on there, Mr. Uger? Always a pleasure to see you. This really quick here. Let's see here. So my Xbox Live account name, this is anybody who wants to add me or send me an invite. It's Situated Spoon26. Situated Spoon26. Just add me on there if you want to. I'll be happy to play. I've got what is this? Horizon 3 on there. I've got the Halo Master Chief Collection, and I've got Elite Dangerous. So that's kind of my library with that right now. I kind of took a break. My brother brought my Xbox back a little bit early, so shocked I was. He came back a week early from his vacation, but it is what it is. I've got it. It's rolling. Let me go ahead and start with some quick news for you guys. J.Ryan of PlayStation on PlayStation's non-backwards compatibility. They just apparently at Sony, they just don't understand what the big deal about this is. They've made ample reach outs on people, and people just don't want the backwards compatibility. They don't want to play PlayStation 3 games. Why they don't? They've got their own reasons. There are some good PlayStation 3 games. Metal Gear comes to mind. Also, a Business Insider, they're reporting that Kojima is going to walk out on stage, but not to show Death Stranding, to possibly show a Metal Gear movie. As you know, Sony produces movies. They tried to get Halo to become a movie. Microsoft and Halo didn't really work out. So their secondary plan was Metal Gear. So hopefully they can go ahead and get that going. And but expect to see Kojima there. And there may be some Death Stranding stuff on the floor as far as Kojima doing interviews and things like that. But that's about it. That's about all that's going to happen with that. I don't think there's going to be Death Stranding. Also, the Xbox conference has been expanded. They're going to apparently show more games. Now, this is in response to Sony going to have a press conference that's going to just be game after game after game. Like I said, they are literally talking about 2 to 3 minutes of physical conversation with their audience. So it'd be a little bit more than that. I think that's a little bit of hyperbole on Sony's part, but you get their drift. They're not trying to come out there and talk. They got so much stuff to show. They're going to go ahead and show it. Also for PlayStation, Injustice 2 was the most downloaded game in May. Also, Horizon Zero Dawn broke back into their top 10, 15. So it's still cool. So yeah, I see you, Savage. Yeah, I don't know why more people don't like it. Like I said, you got Metal Gear, Guns of the Patriots on, I think, PlayStation 3. I mean, they got some good PlayStation 3 titles. We may see some more remasters. I just don't know what they're doing. I do know they got a ton of time put to the side to show games. Also, yeah, that was the big news is the Xbox conference. That's been expanded. That's been confirmed by Phil Spencer. Also, the $399 is starting to pick up legs, and I'm waiting to see if this thing does come at $399. So we'll just have to wait and see. With that said, again, like I said earlier, EA Play, check that out Saturday. And the reason why this is my second video today, so somebody just direct messaged me, is because tomorrow night and Saturday I'll be working, so I won't be back on till E3. Heavily Sword, yeah, who knows? We may see something like that. And the SOCOM, guess you want to call it spiritual remaster, The SOCOM Spiritual Remaster, it's called H1 or Tier 1 or something like that. That may be at the Sony conference as well. Now, understand, you're going to have a main stage conference with Sony. Then they're going to have a gaming stream that's just going to do nothing but games for like 10 hours, like 10 to 12 hours, just game after game after game. So I don't know when it starts, but rest assured, if I find out when it starts, between now and Saturday night, I'll go ahead and let you guys know about it. Yeah, I would. Yeah, the option. Yeah, the option to play backwards compatible games, I think, is okay. I don't think it's a big selling point unless you're a huge fan of a certain franchise. Like me, like I said, I went ahead and bought Mass Effect for the Xbox One S, so because it's backwards compatible. So yeah, well, they may. Well, just go to that Microsoft ad, the Feel the Power ad, their Ludog. Just check that out. There's a lot of messages in that ad. The one thing about the $3.99 is that there's something that takes you to a website, and I forgot what it was. There's something that takes you to a website that says build a robot for $400. So that's why people are speculating it's $3.99. You all heard me. I've said $4.49. And that's because I went with the Spanish website that's holding the place. Now, is it more expensive? What's up, Fonz? Hey, I'm playing that Horizon 3, and I'm tearing the hell out of those cars. So I was able to get my Xbox back a week early. My brother just popped in. So he went out of town. He came back into town because his girlfriend got sick. So but everybody's cool. But he brought this thing back today. So yeah, so far this game, the Forza game, let me tell you, if you're not playing Horizon 3 or not played it, it is really it's fun. It is a open world. You got to go around and do different stuff. I'm trying to learn how to work the car though. My God, the cars are. I don't have the drifting down. I don't think I have enough weight on the back end of my car. So. Yeah, Mass Effect. Yeah, Hot Wheels right now. Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's weird though. It's got for all you who don't the Hot Wheels thing. It's got like 10 cars for $19, and then like I guess an extended seasonal pass. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that. I play that at a buddy of mine's house. Yeah, so I'll be learning curve for sure. Yeah, it's I'm trying to drift and I can't do it. Usually in those type of driving games, you can drift automatically, but I got to set the car up for it. I got to redo my chassis. So that's fine. It's just going to take me a little bit to do it. So Savage says Mass Effect is his favorite series. Yeah, I don't mess around with no Mass Effect. That's my game. I'm loving that series. I will play that. If you check out my thing on if you check out my Situated Spoon, my score, you'll see very high scores on Mass Effect. And I'll probably go back in and play again because Mass Effect Andromeda was a disappointment. Speaking of Andromeda, and people were right, the update came out today, and it's not what people wanted. They added one female face, one male face, and I don't know, and you can change it in-game. But me, I would want to start at the beginning. I would not change it in the thing. So, yeah, the Hot Wheels game, it's because of the tracks for me, Savage. I ain't lying. So the tracks, going around and on doing the loops and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's fun. The Horizon game, it's arcade. I'm wrecking my car. I thought my car would take more damage, but it's not. So that's disappointing at that point. But yeah. But like I said, guys, like the Xbox conference is going to be longer. So what do you guys think that they got up their sleeve? I think part of it is they're responding to Sony, who's just going to show nothing but apparently a bunch of games. So, and they're not kidding about that. Somebody I did talk to that's out there doing security. That's what he does. He's not a big time gamer. He just does security. He said the Sony floor show, they're still bringing stuff in. And it's Thursday, and they're still bringing, like he said, there's still a bunch of trucks out there. They're going to start unloading. So, yeah, I agree with you, Fonz. I think Sega will think they'll announce a partnership with Sega. So it's going to be interesting to see what they got. So, if I agree with Fonzarelli there. Big shout out to Fonz. Go check out his channel. go check out Porter Rock 60 Frames of Lag. We had a real good conversation over there yesterday. Like I said, no crumb size stuff, just going. Yeah, and if they make a Hot Wheels a game where you can build your own Hot Wheels track, yeah, you won't. I will. That'll be it for me. That will trigger me to try to go buy the Scorpio or at least finish my PC that I can get Forza on there, because everybody knows Forza's 30. Forza Horizon is 30 FPS. I know people are upset about it. So yeah. So yeah, Sega's going to announce some exclusives for them. Yeah, that's fine for me. I don't have a problem with that. I had my day on Sega though, so yeah, I called him that too when I first seen him. What's going on, EJ? So what is Bubsy the Bobcat? So somebody said Bubsy the Bobcat is trash. Okay, that's fine. So and also well, let me ask you, Fonz, what do you think about the Microsoft unleashing, I guess they're up to what, 9 gigs of RAM? Do you think that'll help with the bottleneck on the CPU, or is that just something they're doing? So, because I could not get anybody to answer back today. But that was another big story that came out today. I reported that earlier. So, and again, the and the Feel the Power ad. There's a lot of hidden messages in that. So I know $399. Like I said, I think it's going to be $449. So okay, help load time. Well, that's good then. I think that's fine. I mean, who doesn't want faster load times? So that's probably something that they're doing at the last minute. So so that's great news. That is great news. So yeah, and I've been hearing all kind of stuff about the CPU giving it problems. So yeah, I talked about the new ad earlier and how Halo Storm. So shout out to you. Yeah, I talked about it earlier. There's a lot of hidden messages in there. It's like a movie. It's almost like a movie trailer in a sense that you can watch movie trailers and see a ton of Easter eggs, but you got to be a big fan of the movie. So there's a lot of things in there, and I just they're going into the conference really poking at Sony, and it's surprisingly Sony is kind of taking some of the bait and saying things like that. So saying things about Microsoft. So it's they're going in. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but so yeah, it's going to be an interesting conference. I don't prescribe to the do or die like some people do. So, so yeah, but I think Sony's going to have it. Sony and Microsoft are looking to have good conferences. People have asked me who I think is going to win. I don't think you can have a loser. Everybody wins. So I think Sony's going to show way more games. I think Microsoft will have some surprise games. I want to see Assassin's Creed because I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. So that's a game on the Microsoft side I'm looking forward to. Excuse me, and the Hot Wheels. Give me some Hot Wheels. So yes. Bubsy the Bobcat, his games are trash. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I'll stay away from him, EJ. I'll take your word for it. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But that's just it. And Injustice 2 is the most download game on the PlayStation. That's just, I think everybody will agree that's good. I'm glad that game. I mean, actually, Warner Brothers is having a good month. I mean, they got that in May. We got the Wonder Woman movie, which, it may run out of steam this weekend because The Mummy comes out. Then the week after that, Cars 3, I think, comes out. So it's going to be, yeah, Injustice 2 was very good. I've not played it because it's not Mortal Kombat. To me, Mortal Kombat's the best fighting game ever made. So, but that's my opinion. So it is what it is. Why I can't copyright my laugh. So, but I appreciate it. Thanks. I'm just a big kid at heart. So, but GameStop. If you want to see the games that are going to be on the floor, this is just from earlier today. Games on the floor for Microsoft and Sony that have been confirmed are on GameSpot. They've got a good list, and it's a ton of games. Also, again, the whole Wipeout thing, if you want, and this is a repeat from earlier, Wipeout 4 or Wipeout, whatever it's called for the PlayStation, is 4K native 60 on the Pro. And it has a checkerboarding mode and it has a regular 4K native mode. So everybody who has the Pro can go get that game and at least get a general sense on what a native game is going to look like and what a checkerboard game looks like. So this is everybody's chance to go check it out themselves and not take nobody else's word for it. That way you don't have to have an argument. Go ahead, spend $40, do your own research, and you can clearly see there's different particle effects. If it's native, it's a little bit blurrier, but it's not that big a deal. And I'm not just saying that to be funny. You all will see that for yourself. So yeah, Wonder Woman was fun. It was just like Captain America. I tell people that she even has a shield. So well, Halo Storm, yeah, because you were a young guy then. PS3, there were actual developers talking about not making games for PS3. Activision CEO literally said, I'll paraphrase him, unless the PS3 starts picking up in sales, we're not going to develop games for them. That was Activision. I think they're home to Call of Duty, I believe. I can't remember. I think they made Call of Duty. So that damn near got yanked, and so did there's another one. The guy that makes Half-Life. He talked a bunch of crap about the PlayStation 3. I mean, look, you don't remember the PlayStation 3 was on USA Today. The newspaper USA Today, you walk past a newsstand and it said $5.99.99. That was it. Big, bold, black letters, front page, not the inside page, not the back page. So that's why when there's people saying there's a media bias, you all haven't seen media bias. Okay, you don't know what a media bias is. So, but that it's true. You can actually look that up. So it is what it is. So that's not, yes, it is. Because you can see it for yourself, and there's nothing like seeing it for yourself on your own screen. And since it's digital, you can keep it for maybe a day and then return it. But it just gives you a chance for hours to sit down and see. And at Halo Storm, there's no other way except with your own damn eyes, and you can look at it yourself. Okay? That's the best way to tell the difference. So you've got a motion blur that's on the checkerboard, and you've got a non-motion blur on the native, and you can look at this yourself. The people that confirmed this was Digital Foundry. So you can check it out yourself. So how soon after Sony E3? That's the thing. Shout out again to Porter Rock. He is he may try to do something on Sunday, so possibly I will be there if I get invited. And it's up to Porter Rock, and possibly Fonzarelli here. He may he may be there too. It's depending on what else is happening on Sunday. So as far as a reaction, I'm sure it'll be fine as long as they show a bunch of games. I can't worry about nothing else. So yeah, checkerboard does cause a bit of motion blur, so it is what it is. So thing is, on Halo Storm saying the thing is a resolution buff won't be the only advantage on that. I don't know what else. Okay, everybody knows that's the only advantage is that. So there's nothing else after that it can do that's not the Pro cannot do as well. And I'm not here to look. I'm going to take my own advice. The PlayStation Pro is doing 4K native, so I would expect Microsoft to be able to do 4K with 6. Okay, that's just it is what it is. So it is what it is. So NBA 2K is already 4K native on the Pro, so that's not a good game. I don't know about the EA NBA. Let me make that clear. I don't know about EA's version of it, but NBA 2K17 is already 4K native, 60. All the 2K games are all like that. 2K, the baseball games like that too, and the NBA game actually has HDR. So yeah, I think and Fonz is right. The fidelity will be sharper. Again, a native picture will be sharper. The checkerboard, it will be softer. That's your only, and the only way you can see that is if you're 1 to 3 feet in. But Halo Storm, there's a game out on the Pro that lets you see it, and it was confirmed by Digital Foundry. So everybody that's got their panties in a wad about this can check it out themselves. This Digital Foundry said that game, let me look at Wipeout, is the best looking game on the Pro, hands down. They said it's better looking than Horizon Zero Dawn. So, and again, I'm not going to buy it because I already know what a checkerboarding picture is versus a native one. But it's for people who are still confused about it. So yeah. Again, how is that a better example, Halo Storm, when that NBA 2K17 is already 4K native on the Pro? So I can't. What do I compare it up against? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, like Fawn said, don't get the Fawns on you, buddy. He'll go thumbs up and say, hey. Yeah, you should go check out the information I'm giving you. Just go to Digital Foundry, and they did a Wipeout. And but I appreciate you up there, Kingsby. If you're going to donate anything to the Patreon, it's $1. It's $1 for a G. That's all I can say. Yeah, and it's anything that anybody gives to me is going towards the PC. Not unless that somebody, a big Xbox guy, wants to buy me a Scorpio. Then I will get rid of my Xbox One S, and then they can pay the rest of it. I'll happily take one, but I'm not going to pay for a Scorpio, not when I'm trying to build a PC. So, but yeah, Halo Storm, just check that article out yourself. As a matter of fact, you don't have to check out the article. It's on YouTube. Just go to YouTube. That's all you got to do, brother. So it's already using higher settings. That's where you're getting things off. The settings are the settings. It's not a PC. You can't go in and change the settings. That's already been confirmed by Digital Foundry. You gotta really understand that. If the game is 900p on the Xbox, it's going to be upscaled to 2160p if you have a 4K TV. It's going to be upscaled through sparse rendering. It will still hit 2160p. It will still hold its frame rate, but it's not going to all of a sudden, you can't take 900 pixels and natively plant them into a screen of 2160. Okay. You can, however, sparse render it up to that point. And there's nothing wrong with them doing that. So, but we'll have to wait and see how good the technique is because it's early. And I always say give them at least a year with the technology. So, yes, Scorpio CPU is nothing to write home about. So that's what I've been told by everybody. The CPU is garbage. But the GPU is like it does the same thing as like a R580 or something like that. So that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me make that clear. So it does 4K 30. It will do that with ease, and it will probably hit 60 on all games that are already built at 60, but the games are 1080p. So if the games are 1080p, they will be able to get some things with it. I mean, again, that's shout out to them for being able to do it. So that's great. So yeah, that's really good. So that's what I'm talking about, the graphics. Yeah, that's where you are. I mean, again, that's where you guys are getting confused. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot is going to do well. It's a 480. Well, see, there's a 580 out now, Halo Storm. So there's a 580 out. So, and it apparently does 4K 60 or something like that. I can't remember what it was. So, but yes, if you're wanting, I mean, Halo Storm, if you're wanting people to argue that what games are going to look better, the game should look better on the Scorpio because the Scorpio has a beefier GPU. So there's nothing. So I would expect it to. I literally expect. I would be shocked if it's not looking better. The question is how much better. That's where you're getting off. I mean, you got people in here telling you they got no beef in the fight, and it's not going to look that much different. So, but it is what it is. It will look sharper. That's the truth. It will look sharper. So it's I don't know what else to say to you, bro. So I mean, that's about all I got. But again, no AR or VR. This has all been confirmed it's not going to happen. So good article on Forbes.com. Does Sony cheat to win E3 or cheat to win? I'm sorry. So yes, I mean, you're not now you're getting into the whole T-flop thing. And I mean, you're really misunderstanding what I'm saying. Listen to me. The Pro does 4K native gaming at 60 FPS in some cases with 4.2 T-flops. So as a consumer, I expect if Microsoft's releasing a system a year later that's stronger than that, I expect it to be able to do minimum the exact same thing. I mean, minimum. I just think you're really getting caught up in thinking it's going to look so much better. And it's not like they're doing 8K or 6K. Okay? Now, I'm serious. So it is what it is. So what's going on, Trey? Yeah, Fonz just made a very good point. And also, shout out to Worrywart and then shout out to Randall Thor. I'm going to quote Worrywart. Worrywart quoted, I'm going to quote him. He said to Randall Thor. Now, Randall Thor, is the man with a million. He said, quote, do you really think the Microsoft first-party games are going to look that much better than the Sony first-party and or third-party games? I mean, again, it's not going to be that much of a difference. So, and again, that if there is a difference, that's what I as a consumer expect. If Digital Foundry breaks these games down and says, yes, the Xbox One looks better, but not by that much, or yeah, the PlayStation version is a little blurry, but it's not a huge deal, that's going to drive people off the bridge. Like I said, it's going to drive people off the bridge. I already told the nurses at work, have the Versed and morphine ready because they're going to drive off the bridge. So yeah, Savage Yuger's right. There's only so much because of that CPU. So I agree. The price point is crucial, and I'm sticking with $449. I know that's been shot down by other people, but that's what it said on the Spanish website. So, and I hope it's $399. Let me make that clear. I hope it is. So I think that'll really help. So yeah, so the PlayStation Pro has a little more it can do, but it will get super hot and it'll catch on fire. It will catch on fire. So the 50% more power wasn't even true. It technically, based on the way they compute things, Halo Storm, it is, but much this games can do. I'm trying to really tell you this because I'm transitioning into PC. Most of the games are going to be 1440p 60 FPS on PC. That's where most of them are going to be at. $600, you got to give me, that's fine. Do you have a source where there's a placeholder? Because that is expensive as hell. So I mean, that's all I can say. That's too high. That is too high. So I hope you're wrong, but if you got like a source, I mean, again, I'm quoting the Spanish site at $449. Now I don't know if that has to do with the with Brexit. I don't know how that works over there. So again, yeah, the Widowmaker's right about the textures. They will be able to use 4K native textures, and they will. But that's what everybody's waiting on. My Horizon on my TV for Forza 3, I have a 4K TV, HDR. It already looks stunning. So I don't know how much better it's going to look. It can look a little cleaner. Let me make that clear. I mean, the scratches on the car can look a little bit better, but I'm more sad that my car ain't tore up. I mean, you're talking to the man. I was driving a car. Oh, check this out, Fonz. I was driving that black and gold Lamborghini, and I got stuck on a rock. Like, I literally, the car was just rocking there. So it was actually pretty cool. So, well, I mean, again, I think the thing with Widowmaker, y'all got to really understand. I get where everybody's coming from now. The Xbox community wants PC graphic and games, and we already have that. When you're playing something at 1080p, 1440p, whatever, that is PC level. That's where they are. All right? That's where they are. Again, the games won't look that, they're going to look better. They're going to look sharper. I'm not, but it should look sharper. So, and I agree with Fonz. Hey, look, the first party games are going to look really good. So, but the third party games, you have to wait and see. I don't know. We're going to get a good look at a third party game in 48 hours, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and let's see what it's on. If you go online now, it's all running on the Pro. It's all running on the Pro. All those screenshots, everything you see is on the Pro. So we have to wait and see. So, and that's all I'm saying to people. So, but the 4K textures, they're going to be native. The other people can take 1440p, 1600, 1800p, QHD and QHD plus. Bonds, can you comment on this? QHD, if you're still here, Bonds, QHD plus upscale to 2160p. Are we going to see a gigantic difference? And I'm just keeping it real here. Are we going to see a gigantic difference in that in a native 2160p picture, or will the upscale picture just look a little blurry? I'm asking. So, yes, Halo Storm. Yeah, that was confirmed by Windows Central, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. But we don't know what they're going to be playing it on, do we, at EA Play? And I've been following the people, not the Sony people, not the Xbox people, the people that are physically covering the game. So, well, PCs look better, Widowmaker, because they have sliders on them, okay? I mean, they can really amp that stuff up. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen a PC. Look, the 4K version of on a monitor running on a PC of Forza looks way better than it will on the Scorpio talking about on a good TV. So it just will, and it'll have less lag time as well. So not like the lag time on Forza is bad. So but we'll have to wait and see what they're going to do. I think that's what everybody has said. Just wait and see what they're going to do. So. Are you all going to be shocked if they're showing Star Wars Battlefront on the Pro? I mean, don't be shocked if that's what you see it on. This is Saturday. EA Play is Saturday. So that pretty much is how it works. So, either they're going to take, all you can do is take a native texture and plug it in, or you're going to take a texture that's not native, or it's native, but it's at a lower fidelity, and then get in there. So that's the truth. That's all you can do. So now, that's what we're trying to say, is that how much of a difference is it going to make? So no, I'm not, Widowmaker. The quality and the graphics are different things. You can have terrible quality and beautiful graphics. Okay? You have terrible quality, beautiful graphics. So and again, it's not, I really hope you guys aren't going to be in for a shock. And I've sat here and said over the last month, if they can't do 4K 60 or 4K native with 6 T-flops when Sony's doing it with 4.2, there's a problem. That's not all Microsoft's fault. Depends on what the developer said. Albert Pinello has said that, and so has Phil Spencer. So this is you all. So yeah, I know textures and resolution are two different things. But if your texture is your texture is your texture. Okay? So, and it doesn't matter if it's a 100 pixel texture or whatever. It's either going to be native or it's going to upscale. So and again, the TVs are already doing your upscaling for you. That's another thing you guys do not understand. So But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're going to find out in what, 4 days. Today's Thursday. Hell, let's call it Friday. We're going to find out in 3.5 days. So, but no, I am not making a comparison. So they can't do 4K native 60, and I just told you that there is a game out right now that's been tested by Digital Foundry that is running 4K native 60, and you can check that out yourself. It's brand new, called Wipeout, whatever it is. Go look at that before you make any more comments, Halo Storm. You can't say it can't do it and then say, oh, it can't do it easily when it's doing it. So get over that. You know, you got to get over that. So, so they can't do 4K 60 easily. Okay, well, I would be surprised the damn thing has 9 extra gigs of RAM, CPU 11. I mean, again, they're doing it. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, I would just type in. That's why I put in the Euro dot. That's why it's down there. Did I put that in this one? No, it's from earlier. It's from earlier. So it is what it is, man. You got to get over it. So it is what it is. So, and I'm sure Widowmaker right now is pulling it up on Google, so you can go look at it. You can go look at it yourself. So, okay, and Fonz had just told you that extra gig of RAM is going to allow you to have faster load times and things like that, which is good. Okay, which is good. So, yeah, he is right about that. Yeah, Savage Uger is right about that. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I know Halo Storm's only 19. I know. And that's not going to change. Like I said, that the game I am referring to that everybody can go look at is called Wipeout, and you can buy it and you can test it yourself. So, yeah, I mean, look, Scorpio specs are fine. I mean, people got to get over that. Again, remember what I said earlier. If Sony's doing native 4K gaming at 4.2, at 4.2, then Microsoft should be able to deliver at 6. Okay, that's just all right. That's just the way it is. What they're trying to do is drag you into a street fight over resolution. And what I said to you guys earlier is don't let it happen. Will the native pictures look better? Yes. Will their draw distances look a lot better? Absolutely. They got more. They can push more memory bandwidth. So it should look better, however. So that's just not that big a deal. So you can't upscale to. I didn't say Widowmaker. I didn't say you could. I said either they're going to be at a fidelity and just be what they are, and the rest of it's just going to upscale. If I didn't explain that clearly, I do apologize. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's the textures are the textures. So either they're going to be native, and they're going to be native textures no matter what. It's just they'll either be native 1080p, 900p, 1440. And at that point, that is what it is. So I understand what you're saying. So, and like I said, so it's so I mean, man, look, it is what it is. So, you know, that is you all. You all have the problems with it. I had my education on resolution and things like that. So yeah. Yeah, it reduces stress on the CPU. I know I'm building. Yeah, I am building a PC, so I do know what I'm talking about. Yeah, native 2160p. There is no there. Who is trying to damage control? Okay, who is trying to damage control? So, oh man, all the real game. Widowmaker. It doesn't. Well, that's not true, but it doesn't matter if it was from 50 years ago or if it's from now. Do you think what 4K games have been verified? If you want to go there, what 4K games have been verified on the Scorpio? What? You got 2, you got 3. Star Wars Battlefront has been verified, okay? Which call it has not been. Let's give it the other one that just got revealed, Hellfire. Destiny. So I am not damage controlling Halo Storm. I said at the beginning of the video, you can go ahead and go to the wipeout. You can go to and look at it yourself. So over a 100. Okay, where is that list at? Send me a link and I will happily go and look at it. So, all right, where are they getting these games at, Halo Storm? Ask yourself that. Are these going to be brand new IPs? Are these going to be IPs that have started at one point and they upscale them to 4K? And again, I don't know. I'm going to keep saying this. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, I know, Trey. That's why we were laughing at it in the podcast a few weeks ago. So, yeah, NBA 2K is not last gen. Neither is MLB The Show. So, I mean, again, it is what it is. They're just going to have to get over it because it's always one thing. It's first the pro can't do it. Then it's, oh, well, it does it, but those are older games. Then it's, oh, those are driving games. Those are, those are sports games instead of just, yeah, because I don't know what else they want me to say there, J-Dog. I mean, good grief. No, I said, are those going to be native games, Halo Storm, or where are they getting the 100 games? Is it going to be new IP, or is it going to be, as Widowmaker said, older games? That's all I asked you, okay? Don't put words in my mouth, okay? So, so yes, they're going to be older games. That's my whole point. If they're going to be older games, then big deal, okay? Yeah, I'm over here damage controlling, and they've got a 3-1 lead in Europe, a 2-1 lead in the United States. I mean, again, you guys are getting games that released this gen. What games is Microsoft has not released? That's my point. What games are they going to be? So all you guys have is sales. No, you're saying that I'm damage controlling. How can I be damage controlling? I've given you a point of reference. You said during the chat you haven't seen it or looked at it yet. Well, instead of why don't you go do that? Is all I'm saying to you. So they're going to have to patch those games. Yeah, I understand they're going to have to patch games, and there's nothing wrong with that. Make me a mod so I can leave the link. Oh, okay. Well, just tell me what the link is. I'm going to make J-Dog a mod too, So J-Dog is a mod, and so is Halo Storm. But yeah, you can leave me the link or just direct message it to me to my Twitter. So yeah, trust me, I can handle the X bots. I mean, it's not like they're the smartest people on earth. I already know what they're going to say before they say it. That's what they don't understand. So, but I'm just saying to you, you can go check the link. I mean, it's here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me I'm gonna go and find it. So bear with me here. See, bear with me here. I'm gonna give you all the wipeout link, and you all can go look at it yourself. So let's see here. I'm going to give you. Let's see here. See, wipeout, PS4 Pro, 4K, native, 60 FPS. Let's see what pulls up. Let's go to the Eurogamer. La, 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 la. And I am going to here. Let me copy that for you guys. And then we're going to go back into YouTube. And then you guys can go pull this up yourselves. Choke on it. So let's see here. on it, but I'm coming back in with the link so you all can go look at it yourselves. Okay. And when you see where it says 4K native 60 and 4K checkerboarding 60, you can then come back and say, you can come back in and say, oh, you know, that's there you go. There's my link. Yeah, there you go. There's a Eurogamer Net article. Somebody go, please take that. Somebody go, please look at that, and then you all can read it yourself. So you just can't look at one source. That's the problem. I didn't. That's Euronet. That's VG247. That's Forbes. I mean, you can go look at all those articles. So, I mean, again, it wasn't a huge deal to me. I already know the Pro can do 4K native games. It's just a matter if they want to make them that way. But Sony is targeting something different. What the hell is a 486? Is that like a graphics card? I'm not for sure. So, oh, okay. I don't know what a 486 is. So, but if they're going to have 100 games, I mean, and see, that's the thing. Kid Smooth said they're going to have 50 games. My question is, what games are those going to be? So, and if they're older titles, I don't have a problem with it. That's you guys that are trying to damage control that. I've clearly said that. So, well, the Star Wars Battlefront has been confirmed 4K native as well. That has been confirmed. So, well, all your age is doing to you, Halo Storm, is this pretty much describes how you just have a one-way scent, you know. So, so yeah, I mean, I don't know how demanding it is. I'm not a developer. I can just simply tell people that it does 4K native. Okay, so can we? Okay, so we know that Forza is going to be 4K 60. You know, Forza 7 will be 4K 60 more than likely, and those are racing games. So does that mean that this is for you, J Dog? Does that mean those guys are those games? I'm sorry, are they not that hard to make then? Because my understanding is driving games are not that difficult to do. That's from everybody that has told me. So, so yeah. And I'm not here to say that there won't be a shit ton more games that they have in 4K. But I mean, I think people got to really understand is that every game that I have, because my TV upscales to 4K and your TV will too, Halo Storm, when you buy one, all my games are in 4K. It's just a matter of them being native or upscaled from a different source. So Wipeout is dynamic. No, Wipeout, I put the link in. I'll put it back in here. Wipeout is 4K native. So they have a 4K native mode. Now they do have a dynamic mode. Let me make that clear, Born to Tease. They do. What makes this game kind of authentic, what makes it different is that it has a 4K checkerboard mode. So you're right about that. So I'm sorry. I read your statement wrong. It does have a dynamic setting with motion blur. Then it has a setting where you turn it off and it's 4K native. And it is what it is. It's been confirmed by Digital Foundry. So, and native. So if you guys are gonna swear by Digital Foundry now, you're gonna have to hold that nut. You know, that's all I can say. Just hold it. I mean, that's fine. So yeah, it's native. Yeah, it is. So well, you need more power for the bandwidth, but that's got nothing to do with you rendering anything. So, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about how somebody gets to 4K. You know, I'm just not doing that. That's what I've tried to say to people 100 times. That's 4K is 4K. What the Xbox community is trying to do is say, well, because this is native, it's going to be better. They don't understand how 4K upscaling works. That's not my fault though, because I've explained it till the cows come home. So well again, Savage Yuga, that's fine. Do you have a link? But I thought it was confirmed 4K native. Let me see if I can go and find that one. So Let me head back into the Google room. Blah, 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 blah. Screenshotting like a Porter Rock does. I got to learn how to do that. So, but I'll try to pull up the article that because I think I broke that on Tuesday. So let me put Star Wars Battlefront 2 4K 60 FPS. Let's see what pops up here. Yeah, again, the rumor, and this is from a GameSpot and HD Blog, and that's all. That's what they're confirming. So GamePer, yeah, GamePer.com, they're reporting it too. So I'll just use that one as a source. So, and you all can check it out yourselves, because that's the best thing for me to do is just go ahead and do that. So now this is from an insider. You got to take it with a grain of salt if you want to, but from a Digital Foundry article. So it's that's out of Digital Foundry. So we'll have to wait and see about that. So that's something that's good for the gamers. So, oh, come on. All right, I'm coming back in. So, but you all don't need to be in there arguing. Like I told you how to battle those X-bots. I mean, you got to anticipate what they're going to say. And their whole big thing is that because they're going to have native resolution. Now that's the same damn article. So, but that's the one right there about the wipeout. But yeah, it is what it is. So Battlefield, yeah. But again, you're right about that. The problem is that, well, the thing is that now you got to realize that they are going to be able to, they got more power. So it sounds like EA was able to hit all their marks. So, and it's not like, and again, the pro build, if it's 1800p and upscale, that's fine. So, well, that's the leak. It's not been confirmed by EA yet, Halo Storm. That's what you gotta, this is the difference in what I do and other people. It's not official until EA says it. Now, there's a lot of, because it's out, I reported it and said, you have to look at it like it's coming from from good sources, and EA's not come out and push back about it. But EA, the home company that's making the game, has not come out and said it's 4K 60. And I've been following that game. I'm following the people on YouTube that are actually physically following the game. And one guy's on his way out to California right now to play the game. So, Widowmaker, you need to read the article. It has a dynamic resolution on it, and it also has a native one. Here, look, I'm going to read the article to you guys. This is what we're going to do. Everybody gather around. We're going to read the Digital Foundry article about this company here. So now I'm going to read it word for motherfucking word. So, and everybody is just going to have to get over it. Waiting on well, now it says my Chrome is not responding, so we'll have to wait and see what's going on over here. But it is on that oh no, oh, there we go. Okay, all right, here we go again. What is that? Shit fire, lost my chain. All right, here we go. I'm pulling it up again. So this is Wipeout at 4K 60. This is from Eurogamer.net. Okay. Wipeout at 4K 60 FPS is PS4 Pro at its best by Richard Ledbetter. This is published 7/6/2017. Wipeout's Omega Collection revamp has already scored a Eurogamer recommendation badge. But here at Digital Foundry, we simply had to weigh in. The release is sensational, and for PS4 Pro owners especially, we consider it an essential purchase, whether your Pro is hooked up to a 4K screen or whether you're still gaming at 1080p. It is very important. And there's no doubt the Pro offers a palpable upgrade over base hardware, okay? So it goes on to say whether it's the lack of 1080p SSAA support or the proliferation of good but not great 1440p implementation, there's a sense that Pro has not been as well looked at as it should have been. So now we're going to go down. Sony supercharged console supposed to be PlayStation's hardware built for the 4K gen, question mark. If so, how come few titles actually get close to 1800p to 2160p targets? Okay. How come targets like Prey can launch with no support at all? This has been some of the criticism, but then you get games like Horizon Zero Dawn, which has tremendous support. So, and it goes on and on and on, but we're going to come down here. Now, here we go. Everybody gather around. Gather around. Here we go. This is for you, Widowmaker. It says, curiously, though, there are actually 2 4K modes available. With motion blur enabled, the Omega Collection defaults to 2160p checkerboard presentation. That's dynamic, okay? That is dynamic. However, turn off the effect and Wipeout moves to a full native 4K output. That's it. Game over. Game, set, match. Okay? Game, set, match. This is in the article. All you all have to do is come down 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down to the 4th paragraph. Just go to the 4th paragraph and then forever hold you all's peace. All right? And so it has 2 modes on it. It has a checkerboard mode and it has a native mode. Okay? That's just, it is what it is. So it even goes into what solution, what do you want to choose? Well, if you like racing games and you like blur, I like blur on my racing games, but that's me. You can turn on the motion blur and you still get a 2160p picture, which is 4K. Damn, I don't understand what you all don't understand about this, okay? 2160p is 2160p, and it doesn't matter how you get there. Just, you guys have got to get over it, okay? This is on you all. It's not on me. So, you know, it is what it is, but that's what the article says, and you can read it yourself. It is there in all its glory, and it's by Richard Ledbetter, the guy who you all now, like I said, will hold hands with and give flowers to and give fellatio to and marry off in your family because of what he said about the Scorpio. So if he's saying that about the Scorpio and you're going to ride with Richard, you need to ride with Richard. Okay? I'm the one that understands 4K. I'm the one that works at Best Buy part-time. I understand what I'm talking about. You all have got to get over it. Got to get over it. So, but that is right out of the article. So you all have just got to get over it. So, you know, so again, Halo Storm, I just read you right out of the article. I've put the article in the description. You can check it out yourself. So why do you think they let you do it? Because some people like to have racing games and with blur on it. It gives you a natural sensation. Or you can do a 4K native. And again, my whole point about it is I don't care if it's 4K native or not. I don't care if it's 60 frames or not. My point is that if you really want to see the difference, you can buy it yourself, and then you will clearly see the checkerboarding 4K versus the native 4K. Then you will be able to say, hey, there's a huge difference, or there's not a lot of difference, or, you know, you all can see it yourselves. You know, that's the main thing. That's why I think they did it. But, you know, it is what it is. So, oh, you know, so. Yeah, and like I said, you know, do you care that it looks and plays good? I care that all games look and play good. I'm more content driven than I am graphical driven. I've said this 1,000 times. If you all want great FPS and great graphics, you can just play your games on a PC. It's just not that big a deal. Okay, if you want Destiny to run 4K, 130 frames per second, you can get it on PC, get you a card. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing, brother? Hey, I put the, like you told me to, I put the PayPal thing down here in my description. So and again, anybody that wants to donate anything, whether it be a PayPal or via Patreon, that is fine. If you don't want to give me nothing, that's fine too. I'm going to still keep doing what I'm doing. So all right, Halo Storm, let's watch our language. Come on now, brother. No reason to get upset. It's just games. So he didn't lie to us about the Scorpio. So I mean, that's my whole point. Dude, reread the article. I don't have to reread the article, Widowmaker. I just read it. It says plain and day, it's dynamic when you turn it. Yes, when you turn it off. No, when you have motion blur on, it's dynamic. Okay. When you turn it off, it becomes native. It says that. It clearly says that. I mean, look, I'll go back out there and read it to you all again. It's not that big a deal. So, you know, my goodness gracious. So, man, oh man, oh man. Man, y'all are horrible at this stuff. But we're going to read the article. I'm going to read the paragraph again for everybody in the room. Eurogamer. Yep, 1 day ago. Let's see, Widowmaker. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's still loading up for me here. Here we go. Once again, curiously though, there are actually 2 4K modes available. Into the first sentence. With motion blur enabled, that means when it's turned on, the Omega collection defaults to a 2160p checkerboard presentation. That's the end of that sentence, Widowmaker. Here comes your new sentence. However, turn off the effect and wipe out moves to a full native 4K output. That's it. Those are your first 3 sentences. So I don't know where your problem is, bro. It even goes on to say, you know, PR from Sony has indicated that a dynamic resolution frame buffer is in effect, but thus far our measurements have yet to find anything other than a full fat 8.3 pixel effect in effect, output in effect at all times. Okay, you want me to read it again? With motion blur enabled, the Omega collection defaults to 2160p checkerboard. However, turned off, that means, Widowmaker, you're going to turn off motion blur. So as soon as you turn it off, it will then default to a new effect, 4K native output. This is directly from Digital Foundry. So I don't see why you are having an issue. Everybody needs to go and read this article and then tell him what exactly is being said wrong. Just read that entire paragraph, word for word. My goodness gracious. You know, like that one guy said, my God in heaven. It is plain to see you guys do not know what 2160p is. And that's what you all are going to learn. And I just wish I could see the look on your faces. And I will read it again, and I will read it again until you all get it through your heads that this system can do 4K native 60. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, and somebody else, please go read the read the 4th paragraph of that article. So, you know, and then whoever has that article, I will invite into the podcast, and then we can all read it again together. So, yes, Halo Storm, it has a checkerboard mode, and when you turn that off, it defaults to a 4K native mode. It is what it is. So, so good grief. So, Halo Storm, if you haven't caught Crap Gamer lying, then you have not been on YouTube a while. I'm not here to say he's not changed some stuff. I'm not, because I don't listen to him, but he has been caught lying several times. So it's I mean, more than several times. So I mean, that's what they built, though. They built that. That's fine. That's what they do over there. You know, that's not what I do over here. So I mean, if I'm wrong about something, I'm the first one to come out and admit it. Hey, look, I got this wrong. So, you know. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. They didn't catch on fire either. There was no proof. No, I mean, again, the problem with people is that they will report something that is erroneous, and understand what they're trying to do. They feel that the media does not report anything bad on Sony. So if they see the Sony executives jaywalking in the United States, they'll report it. They'll say, oh, look at the way they're jaywalking. They don't care, blah, 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 this. So it's just, you got to understand that where you're getting your information from, and you just got to keep it moving. So, but as far as this game is concerned, this is deaded already. Okay, if people can't read, they can't read. You can't comprehend, you can't comprehend. So Widowmaker, I just read the whole thing again. So, I mean, there's no reason to keep going back and reading it over and over again. It is 4K native. They've tested it, and it has a 4K checkerboard on there. It's been tested. It's done. Like I said, they even said that the pro stuff has been uneven, and they're right. There's some games that there's some games with tremendous support on pro. There's some games without the support. So, I mean, I don't get why you're having an issue with it, but I will keep reading. I will humor you, because I've already read this article the other day. So, see here. So which mode to choose? Checkerboard solution isn't bad, but the motion blur effect isn't that attractive or refined. Perhaps not surprising, bearing in mind the sustained high level performance here. And there's a definite softness to the presentation. Duh, it's checkerboard, like I have been saying, okay? Meanwhile, turning the motion blur off reveals a super crisp, pristine image that pops beautifully, while the differences diminish during the full force of gameplay, mostly down to reduction of motion resolution on today's flat panels, wipeouts less frenzied moments simply look clean at native 4K. Even. Now we're going to keep reading. On top of the native 4K output, there you go again, Widowmaker. There's an additional pass of 4x8 EQAA and proprietary AMD anti-aliasing technology. That's from the Vega part of it. Technique that looks to improve upon the traditional MSAA without the same memory footprint. That means there's not going to be a whole lot of artifacts, Widowmaker, okay? Perfect. Of course it's not. It's a fucking console, okay? But overall, image quality remains sensational. These are Richard Ledbetter's exact words. On top of that, we can confirm that regardless of the rendering mode you choose, if you're gaming on a full HD screen, you get a full down sample. There's that word again that the pros already doing, that you all have got a chub for Scorpio with. Base PS4 operators at 1080p with the same 4x8 EQAA AA. So it is you all that don't understand that what you're getting has already been out for damn near a year. You got to get over it. You're not getting anything new. I'm glad you're getting something. My goodness gracious. I've sat up here and said that 100 times. So it goes, we go a little more into depth on enhancements made to the 3 games in the pack in the full article. But the bottom line is that the Omega Collection isn't just a 4K render of pre-existing titles. The whole engine gets a revamp, and it has HDR. Again, get over yourselves. It's over, okay? The Pro does 4K native games, and you all are just going to have to get over it, and it is what it is. So it is what it is. And anybody, I put the article in the description. I put it into the chat window, and you guys can go read it yourselves. You guys are going to start. We got to get you baby birds out of the nest. So I will put it back in there again. There it is again. You all can read it yourselves. So, guys, quit talking about Crap Gamer on this podcast. I'm sure he's a nice enough guy. Crap Gamer said he couldn't tell the difference between 720p and 1080p. Well, then he can't see. There is a difference in 720p and 1080p. So it's like a 44% difference. So yeah, well, then he can't see. I mean, I can see the difference. I remember what 4K, what 1080p looks like on the baseball game, because I bought every baseball game since I bought a PlayStation. And this is a much cleaner look. It's sharper. With that said, it's not the end of the world. So kidding you about what there, Halo Storm? So you can tell the difference. Again, most phones are QHD plus. So yeah, I mean, all these liquid looking displays and all that stuff is it is what it is. But man, you guys have got to look at the article yourself, okay? Look at the article and understand that you all that are getting this on the PlayStation, on the Xbox Scorpio, you all are getting it second, okay? But I'm glad you're getting it. So 1080p versus 4K is nothing. No, there is a difference, okay? You have full HD versus ultra high definition. So there's two different definitions, okay? So yeah, 1440p and 1080p, there's a difference there, at least on monitors. I mean, on monitors, you can tell a big difference. So, but is it worth the upgrade? And that's what I was asking people the other day. And if you don't believe us, Halo Storm, type in on YouTube 1080p versus 1440p, and then you'll get a whole bunch of people giving you good advice. So no, I mean, again, you're okay. I mean, like I said, you're taking a full you're taking a 720p is standard high definition. So what you call it, 1080p is full. 1440p is four times that of I'm sorry, it's two times that of 720p. So TV size makes difference. There's different technologies. That's what I'm trying to tell people is that these TVs that are out now, the upscaling in the TVs are just phenomenal. So I make no sense. Okay, Halo Storm, what are you not understanding? That there's not a big difference in 1080p and 1440p? No, there is a difference. You can go on YouTube and find that out yourself. So what are you not understanding? Oh, 4K. Yeah, 4K is. I was talking about 720p and 1440p. I wasn't talking about UHD. Yeah. So, yeah, because again, your TV, Halo Storm, your TV is in 4 quads, right? So each, that's just the truth. So, yeah. So, yeah, 1080. Yes, yeah. UHD is a big step above full HD. Okay, so I don't disagree with that, Dwayne. I don't disagree. That's why most UHD TVs, you're always at about 40. That's your entry television. It's always 40. You may find some that are 38 and 37. So yeah, I mean, again, Halo Storm you're the one that's really struggling with this. There's nothing to damage control. Okay. I read that to you guys a couple weeks ago. I did a podcast on that for everybody. I read it directly from the manufacturer stuff. So, and then I even showed a video where a guy took a 2K image and then he upscaled it to 4K. The Pro actually can do stuff like that. So I know. Yeah, Savage would rather have the ultra wide 4K. Let me see if I can find that paper. Hell, I may have already thrown it away because that was a week and a half ago. I don't think I have it anymore for you guys. Darn it! I thought. No, wait a minute. I don't think this is it either. No, I don't have it anymore. I threw that away. So it is what it is. So I know upscaling isn't native, but you do understand you're upscaling from a native image. Is that what you're getting confused? All 4K TVs, Halo Storm, take whether it's a 1080p image, a 720p image, it takes the native image and it upscales it, okay? I don't know why you're really struggling with that. So I really don't understand that. So yes, if the native image comes in and it's 2160p, then it's a native image. It just is. So, and if it's not, it gets upscaled. What part of this are you not understanding? So, that's that. I just think you really are. I think I don't understand that. Seriously, man. I'm not saying that to be funny. So have a problem if you actually made sense, but instead you twist common sense. No, I'm not twisting common sense. Okay. All right. If you want to believe, you have to believe that something that is natively 1440p, when you see it on a 4K television, the TV upscales the technology. Okay. It just does it. I don't know what else to tell you. All right. So, and it doesn't matter if you're sourcing, like if I play let me give you another example. If I play Mass Effect Andromeda on my PlayStation Pro, it starts at 1800p and it will upscale dynamically to 2160p. So, well, Halo Storm, if you're out of patience, I don't know what to tell you. So, I mean, I just do not understand what you're not understanding. So, I really don't understand. So I started a movement, guys. It's called 60. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't know how you damage control what the technology is actually doing. That's like saying you pick up your phone and you call somebody, but the phone doesn't actually do it. So you honestly just need to go and understand how upscaling and all this technology works. So, so yeah, he won't learn. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, Microsoft can count to 6. Yeah, Microsoft system it's a beast. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You all got to quit arguing with them on that. So, they're able to do 4K native with 6 T-flops, and Sony's doing 4K native with 4.2. Now, to me, that doesn't matter. Hear you out. Okay, let's hear him out, everybody. We're going to hear Halo Storm out. What is it? What's your analogy? 6 is greater than 4. You are correct. So I'm waiting on the analogy. He's going to give me an analogy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it. Are you going to get Spider-Man PS4? I have to see gameplay of it. If the gameplay if I really like it, I'll pick it up. So, but I'm back on my Xbox now. I've got my Xbox name in the description. So Halo Storm has not friended me yet. So, but I'm situated Spoon26. That's for anybody who wants to play. So I have a basket of apples, and PlayStation has 4 apples. That has who has more apples? Well, the person with 6 apples. So, what's your point? Okay, Savage is going to check my math. So, I mean, if you're going to say because they have 6 T-flops that they're more powerful, that's correct. I mean, 6 is more than 4. But what's your point if they're getting to the same spot? That's what I would understand. So, I'm still trying to figure out your analogy there. What's that have to do with the price of tea in China? There's the Wayne's gonna hit me up on that play on the Xbox. So yay. 6 apples equals an Xbox. Okay, well that means I got plenty of vitamin D. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know how else to explain this to you. If an image is 1440p, let me ask you something, Halo Storm. Explain to me how an image goes from 1440p to a 2160p image with no upscaling, none whatsoever. Because you're basically saying the TV is not doing anything. No, I'm asking you a question now. If your source is 1440p, how does it display on a 2160p screen without you having all kind of dots and screen tearing and things like that? So, oh yeah, I'll get you my PlayStation name here. Yeah, I'm doing everything after E3, but I'll do it, Dwayne. Yeah, just hit me up on that Xbox for now. So, yeah, the PlayStation is let's see where. Yeah, but I'm gonna be gaming again really hardcore after what you call it. So. Yeah, I know. SMRTV. I'll give it to you, Dwayne. It's no problemo, my brother. So, matter of fact, I don't think I have one on a PlayStation yet. Because I remember I told you guys I was going to do one, but when I do it, I'll do it. But I had 14 days of Xbox Live. So somebody gave me a card. So okay, it will still play on it, just won't look good. All right, all right, guys, but you all need to understand what he just said. He doesn't understand that the television and the PlayStation and or the Xbox One will take that image and use a upscaler on it. Let me ask you this, Halo Storm. How did Blu-ray 4K upscalers work? The ones that Samsung put out, Sony put out, and Panasonic put out. Because before there were native 4K players, there were 4K upscalers. Blu-ray. I'm talking about Blu-ray players. So why don't you explain that to me then? I mean, I'm not going back 3 years. I'm going back to last fall when you could go buy a Samsung 1080p upscaler to 4K. I want you to explain to me how that worked, because that's what's in both the Xbox One S and the PlayStation 4 Pro. So, you know, I'm trying to understand what you're saying there. Okay, I'm not changing the subject. I'm asking you and I'm giving you an analogy. I'm asking you to explain it to me. So, I mean, I'm trying to understand. Are you saying what exactly are you saying, Halo Storm? So, look at the difference 4 apples made. To what? That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if you're still talking about resolution again, I mean, my God, are you not over that yet? So, both consoles. All right, look, Halo Storm, let me ask you this. Does the Xbox Scorpio do 4K native gaming? That's an easy question. And then the next question is going to be, does the PlayStation Pro do 4K native gaming? And your answer to that is going to be yes. So they both do 4K native gaming. So you got to tell me what exactly point you're trying to make here. So, and I made you a mod, so I'm not, you know, I didn't have to do that. So I'm just asking you. So 4 apples was such a huge difference that how can 2 apples not be a huge difference? Okay, that's okay, fine. All right, because at 1080p, you're already at full HD. All right. You know, and I'm not here to say it's not going to make a difference. Fawn said it was going to look sharper. I've said it's going to look sharper. Everybody said it's going to look sharper. So what exactly is there? What's left? So you're right. They're sour as hell. So, well, no, I'm just again, I like green apples too, especially in hooch. But I'm just really trying to understand, Top Dog. What's his bottom line? That the Scorpio's more powerful? Yeah. That it's going to do 4K native gaming? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what else there is to say, you know. But if he's going to say, there's that, you know, how am I changing the subject again? I'm not changing the subject again. I'm trying to understand what your point is. If your point, it looks like you're saying that because there's 2 extra T flops, or it's 1.8 extra, however you want to put. I'm rounding it up to 2. So, oh. Oh my God! I'm not arguing with you because you are beneath my intelligence. So you're in here getting taught. So, but I am going to send the link up, but I can't stay up too much longer. You got 10 minutes. That's the link. You got 10 minutes. I am going to bed. So I have to be at work tomorrow at 7 a.m. So, oh man. But there's your link. So, you know, I'll be here another 5 or 10 minutes. So I was trying to go. But let me recap again. You know, AR or VR for Scorpio. GameSpot's got all the games listed for PlayStation that will be on the floor at some point. The advertiser to Feel the Power for the Scorpio has got some hidden meanings in it, possibly a price. Injustice 2 is the most downloaded game in May on the PlayStation. Horizon jumped back in the top 10, and it's at 3.4 million. The return of Situation Spoon, the return of me onto the Xbox One for at least 14 days. And the Xbox conference is longer. That's been confirmed by Phil Spencer, Albert Pernello. They're going to give it a little more time, hopefully show more games. And if they show more games, that's a direct. They're trying to combat Sony because Sony's going to have a shit ton of games there. So 50-inch 4K television. So,
yo,
what's happening?
Can you hear me good, or do I sound really staticky?
That actually doesn't sound too bad. Go ahead and state your case.
Okay. I want to make this real simple for you.
All right.
If the PS4 has 1.8 apples and the Xbox One has 1.4 apples, and that was the difference between 720p and 1080p, right? That was such a huge difference, right?
No,
yeah?
What was it? It was not. See, what happened?
How is it not?
Because the developers, because the ESRAM on the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, is what caused it to bottleneck, and the developers didn't want to spend the extra time. Microsoft deployed their own developers out to help them get around it, and they were able to get most games to either 900 or 1080p.
Oh, so it should be even better then, because Xbox now has more RAM than the PlayStation does, right? So that means it would be an even huger difference.
Well, it's going to run. It's going to. The extra RAM will allow it to load games in and out faster, and that is good. That will make a difference. That's a big deal.
Okay, so that only proves my point more, because it would be even more of a difference.
In the load times, yeah, it's going to load very fast.
No, in the graphics, in the resolution too.
In the resolution,
maybe not the frame rate, but the graphics, the load times, and the resolution will all be buffed from that extra gig that they have.
Well, possibly. We have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure I've sat here and said, let's wait and see exactly what we get.
That's fine, but we have already been proven a whole bunch of 4K games are confirmed.
And I asked you for the link, and I'm asking you, where are these new IPs coming from, or are they old IPs?
No, I didn't say new IPs. I said they were confirmed games.
Okay, and I specifically asked you, how are they going to take games that were 900 and 1080p and get them to that's their source image, okay? How are they getting that to 2160p?
I'm guessing with DirectX 12 or a patch. But they're already confirmed. I don't think it really matters.
Well, you do understand that 4K is just anybody, as long as it holds that 4K at 2160p, it's at 4K. That's what they're doing. I mean, it's fine. They can use sparse rendering or they can use checkerboarding.
They don't even need to use checkerboarding though. It's more difficult to checkerboard than it is to get a native image.
Well, but they're already going to use. They've said they're going to use checkerboarding and sparse. They've already confirmed that, and it works. They both work.
Confirm that on what?
I'm sorry. Digital Foundry's already confirmed sparse rendering and they've confirmed checkerboarding.
No. They said it was an option for them to sparse render. They didn't say it was a confirmed thing for anything. All they said was that it was an option to the developers, right?
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
If you have an option to drive a car or walk to work, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Depends on if it's.
You're going to drive your car.
Well,
am I right?
That's my point. If the developer, all right. So how is the developer going to get to 4K without using sparse rendering?
Did you not see how powerful that console is?
I saw how powerful the console was. You're not answering my question, though.
They will do their thing. They're developers.
Yeah, and what technique?
They don't have any. There's no setbacks. There's nothing stopping them from doing that.
Well, they may not want to spend the money, but that could be stopping them. That's what I said.
Remember, it's the easiest. Okay, it's confirmed the easiest console that's ever been. It's the easiest console to develop for. That's already been confirmed.
What developer said that?
I think it was one of the Xbox executives that said something like that.
That it was the Xbox executive said that? Okay. What third and second party developer said it was easy to develop for? Sparse rendering is not hard to do. It's volumetric rendering, so it's not that difficult to do. And you act like it's an insult. Isn't it good?
I'm not saying it's an insult. I'm saying they don't have to do that. There's no reason for them to actually do that unless, let's say there's a game 8 years from now that they want to run in 1400p because the game is such a huge leap from the games that we have now, right?
1440p, that's a shorter resolution than a ultra high. Well, it's an ultra definition.
They might want to use sparse rendering to get up to 4K if a game like that would exist. Let's say Destiny 3 in the future, right?
Well, there's already games.
That's way in the future.
No, 1440p games are already out now.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. The Scorpio is going to handle all games that come out pretty much in the recent future at native 4K easily. 3 frames.
If their original source is 4K, what if their original source isn't 4K?
Then they'll have to patch it in.
Patch it in using what technique?
They're developers.
Yeah, those techniques are interpolating techniques, and they're called checkerboarding and sparse rendering.
They don't need to checkerboard. That's not something they have to do. That's more difficult than putting it in native 4K.
Okay, but all right, I asked you a basic
question. Why would they? Okay, if you had a choice, to make a sandwich, and you chose a more difficult way, and the sandwich turned out to be soggy, or would you rather do it the easier way, and the sandwich turns out to be good?
That's a rhetorical question.
Okay. So why would a developer choose the harder road to get the worst result?
You're not saying that you're not, now you're talking in circles. I asked you a specific question. You said they're just going to
my battery's dying. Pull up.
You said you're going to render all your games. Did he go? All right, if they're going to render
hold on.
If they're going to render all games at 2160p, that's perfectly fine. I simply asked you, what about the games that are going to render below the 2160p line? And you said they're developers, they'll do whatever. I said, well, what's the name of that technique? I don't know. They're developers. That's a direct quote from you. I said, well, that technique to get it up to 4K is sparse rendering. It's okay to use it. Either they can use sparse or they can use checkerboard. They can do whatever they want to. The main thing is that they try to optimize everything for the console. Some developers are going to develop games lower than 2160p. Maybe not the first party developers, but some of your second and third party developers may do that. You're the one that has an issue with that. I'm simply saying it's a good technique to use because they don't have to use as much treasure and time to do that. They just don't have to, and that's good on their back end. There's a reason why they said it doesn't take long to do things. They're trying to give the developers a sense of how much time they're going to have to put in. Everybody is doing this. So Sony's doing it, and so is Microsoft. Microsoft uses sparse. Sony uses checkerboarding. I mean, it's just a fact. You're just going to have to accept that and move and keep it moving. You know, that's on you. That is your choice, okay? Okay. So that's all right, brother. Your phone's dying. It's all right. So, but yeah, that's all I'm saying. So patching is sparse or checkerboard. I know it is. I mean, he acts like they're just going to all jump in and do that when Microsoft has said they can use a different technique. They're going to use interpolation. They're even going to use interpolation to get 4K on a lot of the games, which is a dynamic, which is fine. It's still dynamic, but it still hits 2160p and it's still 4K, and that's really cool. So, well, it won't matter at this point because the E3 Sunday Halo Storm, and I'm not podcasting until Sunday. So, you're right, Mr. Robinson. It's the same thing. He doesn't understand that. I get it. So that's why I asked him. You do know the game, the Hitman game that's out right now. Physically, you can go buy it right now on the PlayStation Pro. The native build is 1440p. When you put it into your PlayStation Pro, it's hooked up to your 4K TV, it will upscale it through the checkerboard to hit 2160p, roughly. So it is what it is. So, you know. So, no, his phone's low. That's fine. That's fine. And like I said, I got to go to bed because it's 10:30 here on the East Coast. Shout out to everybody that came through. This went way longer than I anticipated it to, but a shout out to everybody. I do appreciate it. Halo Storm, I appreciate it. You still got your mod status. J-Dog, you do too. So I'll hit some more mods here on the next one. So, but again, Xbox conference longer. They're going to show hopefully more games. Keep our fingers crossed. My name is Situated Spoon26 on the Xbox One. Injustice 2 is the most downloaded Sony game in May. Fillmore Powers got some hidden meanings on it. So, you know, yeah. The 6 Apple Squad, yeah. GameSpot's got all PS4 games that will be there. So I agree. Yeah, Top Dog. Yeah, and I may have worded it wrong, you know, but yeah, you could choose a certain set resolution and then upscale from there. It's that my point is that the TV does the upscaling for them. And that's what I've been trying to say for like a million years. So, but I appreciate it, guys. Hit that like button. Again, no AR or VR, but now that could change because Microsoft's going a little bit longer. They may show some AR and VR. Hope they do. We get our first chance to look at it. And PS4 wipe out 4K native and or a 4K checkerboarded option, depending on what you want to do. So it is what it is. Don't worry about Halo Storm. It's not the end of the world. Phones die. So do people. So, but that's about it, guys. I'm going to get out of here and go to bed. Hopefully Cleveland can pull a rabbit out of their hat tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys for joining me. Like, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Hit me up on the Patreon. It's $1. Chump change for a G. I attempted to start a PayPal page. Anybody that doesn't want to do the Patreon wants to do that. That's somebody recommended me try to do that. And that's it, guys. All the articles are in the description. I read you the Euronet gaming article, which I did not put in the description. But Forbes has good stuff in there for you all to source. I'm guaranteeing that it does. Business Insider has good stuff. You can source all kind of things. And that is it. This is Craig Harris, the black man in the green chair. This has been Craig's Corner. I will check you guys out on Sunday. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.